Hi, it's Marie Torres here, and my
Andrew
husband,
Murray.
Andrew Murray.
Hey,
here
guys.
we go. And this is a picture of our family. That's Andrew, myself, and our son Jack. And the reason we put this together is because we really wanted you to know a little bit more about us and where we're coming from. Now, if you've seen us online, I mean, here's Andrew. This is Andrew's site.
This is my blog.
Andrew Murray HQ. And basically, since we started in the industry back in 2001, we've been generic trainers for the network marketing industry, the internet marketing industry, and this is where people go to find Andrew. This is his blog, Andrew Murray HQ, and this is my blog,
mamanetworker.com.
And one of the reasons I put this together was because I know a lot of moms out there, you are networkers, and it's just a really nice place to be able to see what other women are doing in the industry.
Now here's one of our products that we created, MLM Zing. And basically, I mean, you know, we've created this product's got really actually rave reviews from a lot of people, you know, who've been through the course.
Right, and another one of our products that we've put out is the getyourfreeblog.com, which is where we actually help networkers brand themselves, get traffic, and generate free leads.
All with a free blog. It's pretty cool.
Now, the reason we tell you that is because I know that if you know us and you've seen our story, we didn't always start that way. And I mean, here I am, way back when. I'm probably not even, I think I'm probably like 4 months old. And like this story goes way back. And so here I am, 4 months old, I would guess. And then I've basically, here I am again, sitting on a couch. And the reason we've really taken it back this far
is we all started here.
Yeah.
Let's face it.
Okay, all right, we all started here, but I think Andrew and I, and let me see if I can find Andrew. There's Andrew sitting on his dad's lap. We had a pretty interesting upbringing in terms of, I guess, like entrepreneurialism.
Like my dad is started his own commercial real estate firm in the 70s in Toronto.
Right, and my father and I, yes, here we go. My dad, that's a picture of my dad and my mom, and my dad there on, you know, he when he came to Canada from the Philippines, he actually started his own import-export company. And one of the things that my dad used to say to me all the time, and I can hear his voice in my head, he used to say to me, "You never want to work for anyone else."
And it's funny, because the more we've been in this industry, that's just one of the things that I'm just, boom, you know, like it gets more and more entrenched.
Exactly. And
because working, I mean, it's rigged. The game
right.
is rigged, people. If you're not working for yourself.
Exactly. And so, I mean, I think we really grew up with the idea that that's sort of the direction we wanted to go, even though I don't think we were necessarily aware of that when we were little. Now, jump, you know, like a whole few years later, I was going to say Andrew and I actually met in high school. We were quite young. We met in high school. We were really good friends. Actually, we have this ongoing joke that we actually met at a Santa's breakfast when we were little. And I wish I had thrown a picture in here of a Santa's breakfast. But no, I really do remember seeing him. And so does he.
Yeah, I remember seeing this cute little Asian girl.
Anyways, this is me. So like I said, we met in high school. We actually started dating when we were in university, but this is one of the first houses that we actually rented together. I'm pretty pleased about it. And the reason I put it here is because it was here in this house that really started, I guess, like our catapult to our owning.
To becoming entrepreneurial.
Exactly. So, you know, here I am.
Here we are, you know, expressing our hippie past, you know, with the Beatles, James Taylor, record player. Yes, I still play records.
Yes, we play records. But I mean, so yes, this is us hanging out in this house that I told you about, this house that we first rented. And it really started here because actually it was in this house that we actually got first hooked up with the internet, which was pretty cool. I remember the first thing we ever checked out on the internet was Prince.
Really?
Yeah, Prince. Remember that?
I have no recollection of that.
Yeah, so that was the first thing. But let me skip to the next slide. So here we are again, Andrew and I in this house. We were, I guess, like we were probably like 21 here. You can't see it here, but Andrew's got super long hair. We have the exact same length hair. It's pretty
Mine
cool.
was maybe longer.
Yeah.
But.
Actually, yeah, maybe longer than mine. But anyway, so here we are. And it was in this house when we started to think, maybe we could actually work for ourselves. But it's interesting because after we rented this house, we were 21 And we thought, well, if we're renting this house, why not buy our own? And I think that's where it started. So I know you wanted to say something. I can see you're talking.
Well, yeah, basically, I was going to say that we were not, despite our parents, we were not, those kind of entrepreneurial kids in high school, like hawking gum or like, selling illegal cigarettes or like anything like that. So we kind of came into it, I guess kind of gradually.
But
we really knew that, you needed to own your own business. You need to own your own house.
Right. And this picture is actually probably about, because we stayed in that rented house for about a year. And I remember in the summertime, we were thinking, you know what, if we're actually paying this rent, we should be buying our own house. And at that point, we really didn't know how we were going to do that. But this was also the first thing where I started to realize no matter if you really believed that something could happen, you could open doorways to allow that to happen, right? And I remember we had no idea how we'd get the down payment or anything else, but 2 months later, we were in our own house.
We did it. We manifested it.
Right, and there I am. Actually, I was there.
Now, this is actually our other house. We actually bought, as we owned that one, we owned a second house, and this is when we really got serious about using the internet to create income. This is when we made our first affiliate income, and...
Right. I was going to say that buying that whole house, like the first house at 21 really catapulted us.
And that was one of those big computers that we have there.
And within the time we were, by the time we were 23, we had bought this second house. Actually, by the time we were 23, we already owned 3 houses. And in this house where you see I am here, it's one of those big funky old computers. But that's where we really started. Somebody actually gave us a catalog for a company and told us, well, you could go and make money working from home. You could just sell like this company's products. And that's where we started. That was our network marketing start. And so it all sort of came together gradually. But I remember, if you're sitting there thinking, well, can I do this? Andrew and I absolutely had no skills whatsoever in sales or marketing or anything else, completely self-taught. And here we are trying to figure it out. We worked really hard for 18 months. Our largest check was $386. And so we started to look online to figure out about affiliate income, how we could drive traffic instead of just buying leads. Now,
when we started, we didn't even know you could buy leads.
Exactly.
It was like friends and family, and that didn't go too well for us. We didn't have a lot of influence. And then we found out, you can buy leads. And I thought, oh my God, thank God this is the solution. And it turned out not to be.
Exactly. And so
this is one of the pivotal books that we...
Yeah, one of the pivotal books that we actually picked up. But what ended up happening was that it was just really interesting because one of the courses that we actually took when we were looking around was multiple streams of income. If anybody knows, Robert Allen had a course, and that's where he started to talk about internet income and making money online. And so we took one of his courses and they started talking about how to generate leads online. And it was just a huge eye-opener for us.
Yeah, so streams of internet income, this is when we really got into using the internet. Now, this was actually our first blog. Back up. This was before blogs, before WordPress. This is our first website. And it was with a company that marketed websites online. And it was a business opportunity at the time. And this is where I really learned a lot about sales. And when we first started, realizing the power of having a website and, generating your own leads. And you can see right there that on the side, there's like a little link to like generate, free report, that we created. And so this was really the first time when we started generating leads online. And it was night and day difference between anything else.
Exactly. And I just wanted to point out, Andrew was talking about like giving away this free report, and it's still the same to this day. I mean, like we built this probably, I guess it would be like 10 years now, right? But it's still the same. It's about giving people value. If you give people value, you become valuable. And so that was one of the most important things that we learned a long time ago. And it's still true today. So yeah, that's definitely a blast from the past.
Now, when we were in, at our other houses, we were trying to attract money, trying to figure this out as we were learning the internet. So we actually found the Chinese symbol for money and painted on our mailbox because that's what we wanted to attract to our mailbox. And we started getting checks from multiple companies. At that stage, it was Commission Junction, There was Sean Casey mining gold on the internet.
Right.
There was
just a whole bunch of things. And I remember it was so interesting, like that people were really, or us, we were actually making income passively. And the other thing about this mailbox is it was really the time where we started to realize that mindset had a lot to do with your success. So that's why we were really trying to cultivate the idea that we wanted to be in the right frame of mind, because it is your thoughts that dictate your actions that yield your results. So, I mean, that was pretty cool. We liked our mailbox. We were pretty happy about that. And yeah, it started to fill up with money. That was pretty cool. And so here we go. Different house now. Like I said, like we owned a lot of houses. But this is after we did a major reno in one of our houses. So like actually we're relatively handy. But here's Andrew. Again, this is when we started to marry the concept of like internet marketing and network marketing. And what ended up happening there was just absolutely incredible, because I don't know what it was. I mean, it was just that we were attracting the right kind of person online because we knew how to market on the internet. And we went from, again, like our largest check in our former company was like $386 after working 18 months. Then we started doing this affiliate income, really learning about the internet. And then this is a picture where Andrew and I, after, marrying those two things, internet marketing and network marketing, we did our first $250,000 year. We were in our 20s and like, it's crazy. It's like seriously crazy. That was my desk right beside the fridge. And we were doing multiple six-figure income, there. And it was just an amazing time. It was like everything just broke open. And remember, we didn't have any skills. We learned them. So here we are. Go ahead.
Yeah, boom. Yeah. We they called us to be in this magazine. They wanted to feature our story. So we of course said yes, absolutely. So we were in the Home Business Connection magazine, and that was just really, really awesome because, when you're, because they wanted to feature our story of, how we're making money and using the internet and really kind of, generating leads online. That's what that story is about.
Right.
And then we started doing our own seminars.
Training seminars.
So this is a seminar where people paid like $12,000 to attend, and it was like a really intensive hands-on seminar, 2 days plus a hangout day.
Right.
And
this is at the end of it, actually. This is where like it was really awesome because the people that were there, they went out and they bought us like these gifts just as a thank you, because a lot of people struggle online. They don't have a lot of direction. They're always looking for a touchstone. And so what we always try to do in our own marketing and the products that we create is really take the guesswork out of it. Right now, everybody's just trying to sell you something and you don't know what's what. And I think that's a serious issue, like with our industry, right? So
yeah, it's a serious issue.
We try to provide as much direction and like a step-by-step system as possible.
That and bad mentors, bad products, right. And bad mentors. It really does a lot of damage because we talk to a lot of people that have been down that road. So here we are, blazing up the sales awards. This was actually for the top sales award. Right. In one of the top tier, companies in the industry. And it was awesome. When you start winning these awards, and the reason we were winning the awards was because, again, we had really strong internet marketing skills.
Right.
And because we were teaching our team, they were having success too. Exactly. So that's why we're winning these awards.
Right. I think this picture was taken in Panama, actually. It was the first time we were ever Panama was beautiful, but yeah, we were super excited. We didn't even know we were getting it, which was really cool. And then, outstanding performance. So yeah, we were pretty stoked. Here's the year after.
Yeah, this is another year.
And
again, we won the top sales award in the company, back to back. And here I am accepting the award, and it's an all-inclusive. That's a little bracelet there.
I think that's in the
good stuff.
Yeah, and here's actually like a screenshot. And this is, what is really possible. Like, remember I said, like, Andrew and I really had no skills. It was about developing those skills and really believing things were possible. And in that year, our best month was yeah, actually over $70,000.
Yeah, it was over $70,000.
So, yeah, and we were in our 20s. It was pretty amazing. Another award.
Actually, that's
it's
the
same award. Yeah,
different,
but just different picture.
angle.
Me in it this time.
All right.
Okay. So what did we do?
Of course, we went to Paris.
Right. You know, it's interesting because the thing is, I actually went to a French private school my entire life. I started there when I was little. I started there when I was 4. I was taught French like around the time I was 2 or 3. And I spent all of my years up until university studying French, like mathematics, everything was done in French. And so one of the things that I really wanted to do was go to Paris. And so we figured, well, we just had an outstanding year. We should go to Paris.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. So here we are underneath the Eiffel Tower. And then, of course, I had to take a picture from the Bateau Mouche.
Yeah, it's really cool. It lights up all at night. And
beautiful.
This is actually a short little video clip.
Of us on the Bateau Mouche.
I mean, it's awesome, right?
It is.
This is where we were staying, near the Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, we weren't actually staying in the Moulin Rouge. We were actually in an apartment behind it.
And it was this really cool area because it was like really steep. And there was like everything was in walking distance, and you had the charcuterie, the cheese shops, the bakery. Yeah. It was all like right there, and it was so vibrant and just
amazing. Yeah, it was actually Montmartre, which was just absolutely fantastic, and we just loved it. We loved it. It was incredible. Amazing.
It's incredible. You have to go to Paris for sure.
Loved Paris. We're actually thinking, yes, we're going to go and take our son there for several months. So anyways, I mean, here's another picture. It's us in front of the Arc de Triomphe. This is obviously like a self-portrait. You can tell.
Yeah, I just kind of reached my hand out. But
gosh, that was a busy place. And like all the cars, like this rotary basically, pretty crazy, but just amazing. I don't even know what to say other than it was just an amazing trip. Here's Andrew on the Bateau Mouche. It was a tour that we took at night. It was just beautiful, just really beautiful. And all the bridges of Paris lit up. Just incredible. I keep on saying it's just incredible.
And here we are, Notre Dame, just hanging out. That was in the L'Île de Saint-Louis.
Yeah, I think L'Île de Saint-Louis.
And I mean, we just went to all these different places in Paris. It was so awesome.
Here is one of the beautiful stained glass in Notre Dame.
And you can't even tell how big it is from the picture. I mean, it makes it look small, but it's massive. It's insane.
Another one we did Paris and we just went blazing. We wanted to see everything. Here is the Musée d'Orsay that we went to. And actually we liked it better than the Louvre. I don't know, for all of you who've actually seen them.
Incredible place.
Yeah,
we got to get to it.
So Musée d'Orsay. Here is Andrew in front of Van Gogh.
Van Gogh, self-portrait. What can you do but smile, right?
Pretty happy. And now that we're out of Paris, this is an interesting photo because what did we do after Paris? We ended up buying another house.
Of course.
Yeah, why not? Why not buy another house? So, like I said, so we bought another house, and this house was pretty amazing. We had wanted to live in this area of Toronto. We're originally from Toronto. We had wanted to live in this area forever. If you know Toronto, this is actually down by the beach and 1 block away from Queen Street, right on the boardwalk. And this, it's very difficult to get into this neighborhood. Like most people get priced out of that neighborhood. And what was so amazing for us is we had spent years walking around that neighborhood, really hoping that one day we could live there. And to actually make that a reality for us was absolutely incredible. Again, like in our 20s, being able to buy whatever house we wanted to buy.
Yeah, we wanted a detached house. I mean, most houses in that area are like,
they're row houses,
multiple million, dollar houses.
Right.
But it was really nice, yeah, and it was really cool, kind of just living downtown where you can just walk right onto to Queen Street, which is one of the major streets, and then walk another block and you're at the boardwalk. You're at the water in Toronto. So very, very cool.
Yeah, so we ended up doing that. Like on top of just, again, like buying houses, we did a lot of traveling. And that's really what you know, I always tell people about this industry, you really can dictate your own earning potential. You don't have to answer to anyone. It's just the work that you're willing to put in. And so here's Andrew in the LaGuardia or JFK, I can't remember, airport going to Panama. So here he is having a coffee. It's really early. Here is...
So this is Panama. This is the first time that we were in, Central America. Just awesome. I mean, when you get outside of North America, it really opens your eyes, and you kind of get to experience different cultures. That's the only way you can really understand different cultures, when you experience them. So I just loved it.
Here we are in Panama in the rainforest, the Gamboa rainforest. That was nice, like that. Here we are poolside at one of the intercontinental resorts. That was so fun.
And they had one of these like infinity pool.
Infinity awesome. Pool. I think I'm drinking a pina colada. And if you notice, that was so that was fun. That was awesome. Here's Andrew with Jack Canfield, who is the author of Chicken Soup for the Soul. And they actually shared the speaking stage there. And we had time to actually spend with this amazing man and him just telling us his own stories about everything. I mean, it really is. I mean, you can do whatever it is you want with your life. You just have to decide.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beer. Had to take a picture of that. We love taking pictures.
The Panamanian beer is really, really good. It was just really good.
Here's Andrew eating. We're big foodies, so he loves to eat. There's that beer bottle again. But we loved the food. And here's the Panamanian soup.
It's just chicken soup. It doesn't look like anything from the picture, but
it's yummy.
Here's Marie at the resort, just hanging out and having a good time. And here we are hanging out at the down at the beach at night. They have these like private hammocks where you can just hang out and you just connect with all the other people down there.
Yeah, that was just really a lot of fun and so relaxing. Here we are again. This is in Panama, but this is actually in front of the Panama Canal where the locks are. One of the wonders of the world. It was pretty, it's amazing to finally to see stuff like that in person. Here, I wanted to share a few shots of that, like the locks. And
this
was this?
Yeah, this was what's it called? What causeway?
The Amador Causeway.
Yeah, the Amador Causeway. What we usually do is particularly when we go down to an event, we always go a bit before or stay a bit after and really get into the kind of local section and just kind of really just live in that culture and totally get into it. Because if you're going for the travel, you gotta experience it. And so this was, there were just all these local people on this causeway, and it's like this big like boardwalk. It was just awesome, just hanging out.
Now here's Andrew again, like near the causeway, but in front of the Bridge of the Americas. And the sun was going down when I took this picture, and it was just a really beautiful, beautiful night. It was just warm. There was a nice breeze. There was music playing. It was just lovely.
And this is actually a little cantina where we went and had a beer, just at night as dusk was coming along, and it was just it was just awesome. I mean, so local.
Now, I mean, we're sharing trip pictures and stuff, but you know what? I think this is really, it really shows you what you can do. I mean, one of the things I always talk about with people is I'm always so surprised when somebody says to me, I can't go on vacation because I have to work, or I only have 2 weeks of vacation. And yet Andrew and I live this life where if we decide we want to go somewhere, we can. And this is actually, this is before our little one was born, but still to be able to have that freedom. Most people don't, but you absolutely can do that. So here is Andrew in Kauai. And so, next picture.
This is Kauai. Beautiful, untouched shoreline. It was just the best place.
And I was actually just going to say quickly, these pictures were actually taken from a helicopter ride that we did. We did a tour of Kauai because most of it you can't actually access by car. So we took a private helicopter tour. And so these pictures were taken from the helicopter. Now, I'm terrified of heights. So I was a little unsure when we started, but gosh, was it beautiful.
Yeah, you got to do that in your life. Put that on your live list.
So here's just the shoreline, the beach in Hawaii. This is, I can't even remember what they were called. I guess they were like whistling holes or something. So, I mean, that was really amazing. This
is the Bahamas.
Yeah, Bahamas. That was a fun trip.
The Bahamas.
Yeah. We did like a tour, went to this uninhabited island. It was, we did a whole bunch of things. This is like sun going down in the Bahamas.
It's so awesome. The water, the warmth, it's amazing.
Here I am. Like, look at that water. It's just so blue. Like, it's just so blue. And this was a really interesting picture because when we were out on a boat, we saw this plane in the middle of a sandbar, just in the middle of nothing, in the middle of the ocean. And it's just beautiful.
So shallow there. It's awesome.
Here is, everybody knows like Atlantis in the Bahamas. So here I am. We're at Atlantis. Here is Andrew at the shops at Atlantis. We used to walk here, pretty much every single day. They'd have fireworks at night, just really lovely. Like I said, we'd walk here and look at all the
They have
yachts.
$1 million yachts there, like all these crazy big yachts. It's awesome.
Another picture of that. Here's Andrew on the beach. There's that beautiful water again. This was the uninhabited island that we went on. There were, obviously like they were doing a tour there, but like it was so gorgeous and the sand was so white, so amazing. Having a snack, Andrew and a banana, having a snack. And actually we fed little sharks there, if you remember that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Here's us in the Bahamas. Here's, actually we went to this other island. Do you remember that? And there were 500 iguanas there and we fed them grapes off sticks.
Yeah.
That was crazy. That was a little, that was a little weird, but really fun. Here's another trip picture. We're in Vegas this time at the Dow, which is like just a really popular nightclub.
It's awesome. They have all these opium pipes in the wall, like that are just, all these different colors. And it's just a really cool place.
Really cool place. This is the opening, like this is actually the doorway to the Dow, and these are all these bathtubs filled with like rose petals. Just a really cool experience. And, okay, well.
And then what did we do?
And then what did we do? We bought a house, and actually we moved from Toronto, and we bought this house. This house is 200 years old. It really is my dream house. It's just a 200-year-old house. It's just beautiful inside. And what we really wanted to do is we wanted to slow down the pace of our life also. What's really interesting about this story is that we basically decided to buy this house in 2 days, I think it was. And you can see it here.
We basically bought it on the internet.
Yeah, we did. We bought it on the internet. I saw it online. I had said to Andrew, you know what? Toronto's really busy. I want to slow down my life. I think it's time that, like maybe we have a family.
And it's got, and our house has this like beautiful, like wide plank flooring, like original, like wide plank flooring. It's got this like awesome molding, like everywhere. It's just this custom made like banister, made by this. I mean, it's just awesome. I don't know what to say.
And so we did. The big thing is we decided to move to Nova Scotia, and because we work for ourselves, we were able to do that. We had the choice to be able to do that. And life really is about options. Here is us with our little one, Jack. Jack was born in Nova Scotia. And I remember when we started in this industry, the one thing that I read, because they always send these, no matter what company you're in, they send you they send you magazines of different people. And I remember one lady saying, I am doing this because I really want to have a life of options. I want to be able to live the type of life that I want to live. And that's what it was about for Andrew and I. And so here I am with Jack. This is just taking a walk in the middle of the day. Here we are. This was
taking a walk in the middle of the day.
Right. And it's about simple pleasures. I was actually going to say here, Now that you can't quite see this, but the one thing that we do and we want people to know about is like the reason we've been able to do this, and it's going back to marketing and everything else, is that we've been able to really dominate in each and every single company that we've been in. And you can't see it here, but this little blurb is actually from Facebook about us being the #1 enroller for our company. And that's coming in like within a few months and being the #1 enroller out of thousands of people. Now,
more than thousands.
Yeah, more than thousands. There you go.
So here we are, top enroller. And this is after, 10,000 people went to, national convention, and we're the top enroller, because we just have very good marketing systems.
Right.
You
can't see it here.
You can't even see it, but someone's saying this is the sickest funnel I've ever seen,
Right. So, I mean, like if you haven't seen it or you don't join with us, and what it's about is us putting out these marketing funnels for our teams to use. I mean, we're always coming up with and creating tools to help people build their businesses.
This one you can't see either, but we generated 248 leads for free
yesterday. Yeah, and actually, I think you were saying something like it was like it's only 8 a.m. and we already had something like 55 leads already. And we teach people how to do that, right? And that's why we've been able to dominate and be so successful in our industry. Here is just one of, the checks that we were getting for, being...
like the enroller pool, we're just crushing it.
Here we are again. This is a different month. This is Andrew again, top enroller. So again, just
top,
exactly
top right corner. You should see me.
Right. And let me see here what I've got here. This is Andrew moving up the top enroller ladder. And so we've just done it over and over and over again.
And then here's some of our other, stuff where we're, right behind the corporate site, for particular companies. So we get right up there.
Right. And one of the things that Andrew's really known for is SEO, so search engine optimization and getting free traffic. And so I'm going to just show you.
And we have a lot of people that we've taught on our team
to do this.
Who are now really good at this, and they're getting tons of free leads.
Right. I mean, they're rocking this. So, here's one screenshot. Here's another.
2 spots on the first page. 3 spots on the first page. 3 spots on the first page. Here we are, the #1 listing, almost 3.8 million search results. 2 spots on the first page. #1 with, this is the same one actually, 3.8 million search results.
Again, just so many different, again, over and over again. And
here we are, contests.
Yeah, we win contests. We're really good at affiliate marketing. Here's Andrew, the 5th place. Awards, another award. Here's Jack, our little guy, really interested in one of the awards. Yeah, we took him down
to the conference. And again, we didn't even know we were going to win this award. I guess people like surprising us with it.
Yeah, exactly. Here's Andrew again, leaderboard standings. He came in number 8.
Yeah, for the Elevation Group. That was a big, big launch. There was a lot of top marketers. Not only in network marketing, but a lot of top marketers from the real estate niche and stuff like that competing with this.
Exactly. Here, this is really interesting actually because we built out a blog, and in that 1 week and 7 days, we ended up doing
almost $16,000 in
commissions. Yeah, so that was pretty amazing.
And a large part of that is actually recurring.
Exactly. So, you can just imagine.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Here's just more income coming in, PayPal.
Super affiliate.
Some more PayPal. Here's just
sales. More sales that we made. And a lot of those are you can see, there's a lot of ones that say pass up. So that means people on my team, I'm helping them, have success. I'm helping them be successful because that's really important to Marie and I.
So, after seeing that, we're going back a little to family, but here's Jack and myself. And I think that's what it's really about. Here's my little guy. He loved sweet potato when he was little, and I loved being able to make it for him.
And we made up this song. Sweet potato pie.
Yeah, and he's just a joy.
But the thing is, I mean, it's almost criminal, how people, particularly in the States, I mean, they give maternity leave for how long?
They do it for what I understand, 3 weeks. Oh no, 3 months, and then you have to be back to work. And I know that when I had Jack, when my friends started to go back to work at 11 months, because in Canada we have 12 months. It was really hard for them. And like, I have been here each and every single day, like with Jack since the day he was born. And for me, like, yes, part of my whole reason for doing this is because I wanted to be home with him.
Yeah, because you got to have that choice. If you have kids just want time with their parents.
Exactly. And
that's what they want.
They
deserve.
We just feel really lucky to be able to both be home with him. Here's Andrew. We often go to a coffee shop to work. You can't see it here, but he's like pulling on our notebooks. So sometimes it makes it a little hard to work, but like it's a different lifestyle. It definitely is.
We do this all the time. We go out middle of the day.
When it's not busy. We took him to the pumpkin patch here. And like, again, now, because like you saw pictures of our trips, when we were doing different events and just going different places, and now we just take him with us. Here we are in Sedona at a beautiful boutique hotel. We were really into raw food, raw superfoods. So here we are checking out one of the hot spots in Sedona. This was an amazing meal. It was so good.
It's just like a raw food restaurant. It was pretty awesome.
We walked the different, rock formations.
And we were there actually in August, so it was like really hot. But it was so awesome because there's no other place like Sedona. I mean, it just has this look, this aura. And, here we're hiking up to, the
airport,
the Vortex, the Mesa Vortex. It's this place where there's,
just lots of energies, healing energies, lots of energies.
And so it was really nice to be able to go and do that.
And here's Jack in his little Maya wrap coming up there with me. Here's Jack. And he just started walking, I remember, and he just wanted to walk everywhere. So here's Andrew and Jack. Here we are. And I love this picture. This is at the boutique hotel, and they're just spending like a moment. It's just amazing. Amazing. One of the other trips actually that we did is like the Jonathan Budd.
He went to his Unstoppable Entrepreneur event. And this is me on stage. Jonathan Budd's giving me a handshake because we were the number 3 JV partner
for him.
For the whole for his whole event.
Right. You can actually see it here. You can see number 3, Andrew Murray right there. He was the number 3 affiliate for Jonathan Budd's Unstoppable Entrepreneur. And so we were invited to a private mastermind with Jonathan Budd at his house also. And it's really interesting because instead of going straight to San Diego, what Andrew and I decided to do was we wanted to go on a road trip. So we went to Vegas, rented a car, and decided to drive through the Mojave Desert.
Which was awesome.
It's so good.
And the thing is, the reason I'm saying they're on the road is there are no cars. There's like
anywhere.
It's like there are no cars, and you can just see for like miles. It's just it's incredible. You have to take these experiences in your life.
And here is Jack. We're in like the middle of the desert at the Oasis of Mara. And the Oasis of Mara is just this beautiful place with just amazing energy. And Jack is
kind of like in the middle of like nowhere, like in the middle of the desert.
And Jack is sitting here on the palm trees. The sun was going down and he picked up, I guess Andrew, he had a train sign. It's one of his toys, and Andrew picked up a pair, and he's just in love with like those two things at the time. And I just love this picture. It's actually hanging on our wall. Here's Jack at the Joshua National Preserve. Really hot, if you can tell, but he's having a great time.
And the light there, we didn't do anything to the photo. It's just that bright. It's just, there are all these things in the world that you just have to experience.
Here is Jack. We're still driving through the desert, and we decided to stop at this little Calico Ghost Town. And if you've ever seen it, it's kind of hokey, but he had a really good time. He's here waiting for the train that goes into the mines.
And he was so happy to go on it.
Yeah, he was
You know, and that's
so
the thing.
excited.
I mean, you know, we don't really need to think about things. We can just decide if we want to do them.
Here is, and then after driving through the desert, I mean, here we are in San Diego, and I took Jack to the Gaslamp District, and we just hung out in San Diego. We just had a great time, Jack and I, just hanging out, and then we booted it to San Francisco, which is what we did. It was a big trip. And here, Andrew and Jack, this is really interesting. They climbed this huge, huge hill, and if you can see in the background, there are all these houses, but these are like the rolling hills of California near Sonoma Valley, and there are cows everywhere. And you can't see them.
It was just awesome. Such a great experience. One of my favorite parts of the trip.
Now, this was a really cool too, actually, because we ended up getting we're friends with certain, we're just friends with people. And he was the director on one of the shows that is shooting at Paramount Pictures in Hollywood. And so while we were driving through, he basically gave us a private tour of the lot. So it was Andrew, Jack, and I going through a private tour. And so like here we are awesome. On all the sets, like we were just like going through all the different sets, you know, just us and our tour guide. And then we were able to actually go and watch a show being filmed. We met all the actors. They all signed stuff for Jack. It was really cool. One of the pictures here is if you've ever seen the Truman Show, you know, there's that scene where he's in this boat and he's like taking this boat out. And actually they flooded this entire parking lot to film that shot. And if you can see in the top left-hand corner, there's the classic Paramount picture, like water tank. Here is actually what was filming at the time on the studios while we were there. And I have to tell you, I'm obsessed with Glee. So I couldn't even believe my luck. And then and just driving again, like this is just like this whole road
trip. This was
trip.
this like awesome like Mexican place, and they had all this like kind of weird like folk art all over this place. And this is in Riverside.
Yeah, Riverside, California. The food was just amazing. We love Mexican.
Amazing.
Yeah, so here we are again, and here's Jack, and
he had such a great time, you know. This is what it's all about.
Exactly. Here we are ordering food. I have to tell you, I just, you know, like we ended our trip in Las Vegas, and we stayed there for a while and visited friends. But I love, if anybody knows, I love the band The Killers, and so I had to go and find Sam's Town. It's one of the It's the
name of their second album.
Right. And I just had to go do that. But that's what's really cool. You know, again, dictating your own life, your own earning potential, you're just able to do stuff like that. Here we are, California, Redwoods. I know we're jumping all around, but it was all the same, you know, like the same trip. Jack's checking it out, his wingspan here. And the Redwoods. The
John Muir National Park.
Yeah, beautiful.
So amazing. You know, you there's all these things that you just owe it to yourself to see.
Here is Jack and Andrew at the famous Fenton's Creamery. It's also in the movie Up. So here's Jack with his milkshake. Fenton's Creamery. Just a really nice time. And like it's just about family and just enjoying that time together and just being able to do what you want. This was fun, Napa Valley.
Napa Valley.
Here's Andrew in a tram going up to the Sterling Winery. Here we are at the Sterling Winery. That was a beautiful day. And here's Jack with his own vintage fruity juice. It was fun. Going down in the tram, he had a ton of fun. Wingspan again, here we go. And then it's just about things you can do in life. You know, going back to...
We just go apple picking when we want to.
In the middle of the day, apple picking. Let's see what else is here.
We go out for walks. You know, we just love, you know, being able to do that kind of stuff whenever we want, you know.
Jack's birthday. And I think, you know, like when we're going through all of these pictures, it is. You know, people talk about making a lot of money and everything else, but it really is not necessarily about the fancy cars, but it's about who you want to spend your life with and what you want to spend doing. You know, here again, like, honestly, like, if you think about it, if you could just in the middle of the day get up and just hang out with your kids, you know, like, here we are taking him to one of the old farms here in the area. He
loves going there.
Yeah, he loves that. This is the beach.
This is the beach. It just goes on and on and on. It's awesome.
It's like 20 minutes from us. Yeah.
Gets really tired and he goes to sleep.
Yeah, and I was going to say, but seriously, I mean, it's in the middle of the day. And like, yes, we can do that. Like, you can just take the moment to like hold your child and just decide, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Or they're going to nap, you know. But I mean, that...
Sometimes daddies need to nap too.
Exactly. But that's really what like life is all about. And, you know, like, I know that we've gone through a lot of different things, but this is what it is. You know, like, Andrew and I, we work hard, we play hard, but it is about creating this life by design. And, you know, just by going through this, I hope you see that, you know, we are just really genuine people who really had a desire to be able to work from home, dictate our own potential, you know, earning potential, and just live the kind of life that we wanted. And so, again, like, if you're sitting there and you're thinking and you're wondering, can I do this? You make a decision to do this. You absolutely can. And basically, I mean, we just wanted to put this together for you to see, so that you can see what is possible. And just the idea that you can dream whatever it is that you want to dream, and you can make those dreams a reality.
So go out, make it happen.